Hello everyone. In this activity, we are going to explore the water quality results, including the results from the Patch Reservoir. The Patch Reservoir is close to the Worcester State University. This is my Google map, and if I zoom in, this is the Worcester State University here, and this is the Patch Reservoir. Here is the airport on the west side, and this is my Firefox browser. So if I were to press shift, you can drag it to see the three-dimensional structure here. This exercise has listed set of questions, and you should fill in these questions as you do the activity and submit the final report along with the screenshots as asked through the Blackboard website. Patch Reservoir is a part of the Blackstone Watershed. It extends from the central Worcester to Rhode Island, and you can read the description about the details here that's supplied to you in the Blackboard as the activity. The Blackstone watershed is somewhat unusual in that the headwater, the source area, is heavily developed, including the city of Worcester. As you can see that it's an urban area, and therefore it is polluted also because of the reason that Worcester used to be highly technical industrial city back in the days. If you were to zoom out to give you the big picture, this is the central Massachusetts. The Blackstone is considered one of the most polluted bodies of water in the USA because of its long industrial history. The Blackstone Canal was built between 1824 and 1828 to improve the transportation along the river. Industrial activity has declined in importance, and environmental regulations have dramatically curtailed discharges, but the watershed retains the impact in buried sediments containing significant level of toxic metals. A simple definition of watershed is a precipitation collector. So for example, in this animation you can see that whenever there is rain, when it pours, the water flows downhill and then where it collects. The watershed system are designed as hierarchical system. USGS uses a numbering system known as hydrological units to identify the continental size drainage areas. From there, it goes to watersheds, basins, and subbasins. For example, any river system draining into the Atlantic Ocean, right here, is designated as 01, which is the entire east coast of the USA. As you know, a simple example from the physics, the force of gravity pulls the water downhill, and the topography of the area defines the watershed. Higher elevations serve as the divider between the drainage area, right? Not all of the water that falls into the watershed area will flow out. Some of them may infiltrate into the deeper soil. Some of them may evaporate or transpire, and some of the water may be reserved in some local storage. The entire Blackstone Valley is an 8-digit watershed. For example, if you look in here, you can see it's 0109000003. Large basins such as Blackstone can be subdivided into sub-basins which are 10 and 12 digits. The flow pattern between basins is important and is a key component to identify sources of pollution, tracking the movement of spills and assessing the regularity activities. You can see on the left there is an upper Blackstone singletary river designed as 01900030105 with the first 8 digit indicating that it is a sub-basin of a Blackstone, and then there is a Kendall Reservoir and the Holden Reservoir. There is a divide between them. A drop of rain that falls south of the blue line will flow into the Tatnook Brook through the Holden Reservoir patch and goes and then into the Blackstone and down to the Rhode Island. A drop of water falling north would go into the Kendall to the Asnibumskit Brook and then to Winnipockshit, the Nashua, and then the Merrimack, where it would flow into the Atlantic at Newbury, Massachusetts. For the purpose of this activity, we are looking at the Patch Reservoir and its watershed. The Patch Reservoir is the subject of long-term study by Worcester State University researchers in cooperation with the local environmental agencies and groups. The objective is to examine the conditions of the water body, input to the systems, and impacts of the region on the health and recreational use of the patch. In this activity, we will be using ArcGIS Online, which is a web-based mapping application that allows the creation and deployment of spatial data. It could be remote sensing imagery, transportation, hydrology infrastructure, flood map, or any spatial data that is of concern to you. You probably have used something called Google Map or Google Earth and other programs to serve out the map and data for navigation, for example, right? So we have supplied you the link, and click on the link. If it is asking for username and password, enter them, and you will see that there is a map that is supplied. So there are a couple of controls in here that you can look around. The main area of the screen is the map display. You can see there. There is on the upper left hand corner there is a display. You can look at the zoom, right? And then there are information on the left side. For example, this map is created by Dr. Bill Hansen, the chair of the department, Earth, Environment and Physics department. The content, different data sets can be contained in here. It's presented as layers. The legend for displays that displays the symbols, for example, and you can use these to turn on and turn off the data sets. That's all on the left side over here. We will be mainly working with the content panel that is supplied in here, as you will be exploring different sequence of data results and looking into some imagery. So first step is to try and print the function, try out the print function. You should be able to see the water quality points for April 24. You can turn them on and off. It's pretty easy to do, right? And you can click on individual points to indicate the details. And while you have this map open, you should open up the shell document, make a copy of this document, and start filling up as you go. How do you make a copy of the document? Go to File, make a copy, and then write your name, for example. My name is right. All right. So just save it like that, and you can fill up the document. If you have questions on that, Let me know. So follow the instructions that has been supplied. The PDF contains all the instructions. Follow it, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you.